button. Okay. I think we're good to go. Should start us on the day.
Leading to the highest levels of brutality ever recorded, with the pointless bloodshed sure to scar the psyche of all those involved for years to come. Haunting words from one of the survivors of last night's charity bake sale at the Garden District's Haven for the Elderly. And now, news from the war. The battle for the Western Food Reserve Grotto was lost. That is the only detail I have to report.
I may have sent too many people to the front lines. Oh, look at that.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Dear Lil, thanks for writing me back, but your letter concerned me. I'm sorry to hear that you and everyone aren't doing so well. Worrying about you kept me up all night. I didn't get a wink of sleep. And the next day at roll call, when they were asking if anyone was a mechanic, I yawned and stretched and they thought I was volunteering. So now I'm stuck with mechanic duty for the next big battle. They say this time it'll be fought in the air, and it's my job to help repair the planes. Don't tell anyone, but I really don't know what I'm doing. But my grandfather was a master mechanic, and I'll always remember the words he said to me when I went to visit him as a kid. What the hell are you doing here, kid? Get out of here! Can't you see I'm trying to look for things to fix so I don't have to spend time with your grandmother? So I guess if I investigate each aircraft that comes my way, I'm sure I'll find something to fix. And then I'll help win the battle. Thanks, Granddad. That goes for you too. If you draft any would-be airmen, make sure there isn't anything on their end that needs fixing first. Anyways, I better go. Drop me a line again, will ya? But this time, maybe don't write such bad news. If I accidentally volunteer for something...
I'm so glad he's okay. I'll write him another letter tonight.
Tempted to write him another honest letter. Alright, my spies have informed me that there is increasing dissatisfaction fostering dissent within the enemy's inner circle. Do with that information what you will, Ash. In addition to the forces that were drafted, the outcome of the last battle was also due to the state of our equipment. Pay extra attention to what our men, women, and creatures are marching into battle with. Striker. Although their proposal for addressing our little food shortage problem was rushed through council without their scrutiny or approval, please extend my associate from Catering Corp every possible courtesy, and don't trouble yourself too terribly with the nature of the plan. Nothing to see here, as they say, Councilwoman Ash. I am going to absolutely look into that. Guardsman Randy has been brought out of forced retirement to supervise our food stores. Welcome back, Randy. Middle Manager Mike Melroy. I may have stolen a deck of tarot cards off an old wandering nomad type woman. So far, everything I have predicted has come true. Now, the old bag yelled something about a curse in the cards. Cards were overused as I was running away, but I'm sure it's nothing. Look at me, I'm batting 1,000, I've got all the answers. Call me now, Malcolm, fortune teller to the stars. Oh boy. Thank you.
Oh, unhand me, you fools! I must be granted entry immediately!
Oh.
Hear ye, hear ye! I have come to relay the terms of the immediate and unconditional surrender of the Sprawl to the Kingdom of Petrod, as dictated by His Royal Highness Prince Phineas Pomp, heir to the throne of Petrod. Prince Phineas, son of King Phineas and Queen Buttermilk, who was daughter of King Fangil, son of Queen Amelia, daughter of King Rupert, son of Queen Talia, daughter of King Algernon, son of Queen Rebecca, daughter...
Yes, I know who he is. Remember? I told the princess not to marry him, and I'm feeling better about that choice by the second.
I agree. Get truth serumed.
It is my intention to divulge the top secret battle plans I have been made privy to the Queen in exchange for food for my people. We are starving, and if the Sprawl can help us, I will be sure to help you end this conflict to the best of my abilities.
What did they say about... Okay. Yeah, come on in.
Thank you. Hopefully this exchange of food for information will help put an end to this bloody war.
Having heard their true intentions, you let them in. Now it's up to the Queen and other people above your pay grade. Oh, hello.
Ahoy, child manning the gate!
Ahoy! Adult in a basket?
Ha ha! I like your spirit! I am here to enlist in Her Majesty's Air Force! Once inflated, my grand contraption shall sail high above the clouds. First I will destroy the enemy air force, and then it will take me no time at all to traverse the entire world at that altitude.
So how does this grand contraption of yours work anyway?
When inflated to almost bursting, this ball will carry me up into the sky, keeping myself inside this wicker basket aloft. Simple science.
Oh, I get it. You're gonna die in that thing.
I first read about the floating ball machine in a book about a chap going around the world in 80 days. Julie Goblin Vernon, I think his name was. This was many years ago, mind you, so I figure doing the same in 79 days should be a piece of cake. A new record, I'd wager.
79 days in that floating death trap? How will you go to the bathroom?
The wind and the rain shall be my bum paper.
Yarg! Barf to the max. That sounds like a recipe for a gnarly rash.
I agree. No thanks.
Alas, now I will never prove myself to those bastards at the Royal Academy Club who doubted me. Instead of glory in the air, I shall retire to the countryside. Perhaps if I lay low and gather stamps from across the globe, I can convince them that I did in fact make my grand journey and traveled around the world in 79 days.
Good luck on your weird side quest.
I agree.
Hey, I remember you.
Really? Most people don't. Regardless, I am here today on behalf of Catering Corp regarding our services and food management. We are prepared to oversee the appropriate distribution of the Sprawl's food rations up until the time when this war is resolved in favor of either side.
Very heroic of you to volunteer aid.
The proposed services rendered come with a detailed budget and a projected ROI.
Less heroic.
Just to be sure.
I feel compelled to verbally dictate Catering Corp's food rationing plan. Item 1. All individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms will be allowed a single 14.7 gram ration of Soylent Beige nutrient bars per day. Item 2. Anyone below 71.6 kilograms will be restricted to food scraps and/or edible waste, either begged or foraged. Item 3. Individuals below 71.6 kilograms who succumb to hunger will be collected and repurposed into said Soylent Beige nutrient bars in order to sufficiently feed the remaining individuals above the weight of 71.6 kilograms. So concludes Catering Corp's extremely efficient plan to solve the Sprawl's extreme food shortage crisis.
Collected and repurposed into Soylent Beige nutrient bars? Oh my god! I've got to tell everybody! Soylent Beige is people!
Not just people, it could be goblins or ogres as well.
The writ? No, fuck the writ.
I'm not gonna let you in to turn our people into food.
But what about,
No!
again, not exclusively people, we're open to all creatures?
Just no.
He discovered Catering Corp's nefarious plan and stopped it in its tracks. I mean, people are still starving, but 4 stars! Oh my goodness.
What's the holdup? I figured most of you Guardian Defender types would be out fighting on the front lines. Let's move it along. I got a Goblin Ball match to set up.
And you are?
Albert St. Lush, manager of the Sprawl Brawlers.
I didn't think any more home games were being played this season. You know, because of the siege of the Sprawl, the threat of invasion, and the ongoing war that could destroy us all.
Yeah. Let me in and I'll make sure we get one last game.
Boy, mister, I'm sure glad that you've got your priorities straight.
She's talking sense all of a sudden.
I was being very sarcastic. I can't believe you didn't pick up on that.
I see.
What are these? Don't worry about it, kid. Tools of the trade. So long as the players don't ask any questions about what they're getting, it's totally legit. The secret ingredient is pure basilisk venom. What? You think those on the Milton Marauders ain't doping? You're crazy. Well, there ain't no way I'm gonna win with these bums now.
Exactly. I mean,
picking a card, and we picked the Magician card. Seems like he's the type of guy who can make things appear out of thin air, like a win for the sorry home team made up of wartime rejects. But if you look close enough, you can always see the strings, or in this case, the syringes. Shake him down for any kind of illicit performance-enhancing drugs. Then, once you've got him, whip out that decoder ring of yours and turn it into profit. I cannot believe that this late in the game I still have to explain the basics to you.
And I can't, okay. What I can do, actually. This guy. Yes.
What's the hold?
And you,
So, if I do this now...
What a... Well, there ain't no...
Now we use decoder ring.
let me look at those so-called tools of the trade again.
Ring somehow reveals that this is a mage-grade power crystal in a powder form. You can reconstitute it by adding water. Add water? That's great. But, yeah, go ahead and... Technically, nothing's illegal here.
Alright, kid, I knew you were a Goblin Ball fan. I'm gonna put a team together from some of those losers defending the wall. See you at the match tonight.
People need a morale boost. And you've got an inside tip? Location unlocked. He's here.
Echo!
Oh my god, what a lame joke.
What is?
That your name is Echo and
Echo!
I hate myself. What do you want, Echo? And don't you dare say Echo again.
All right, little sister. Chill out.
What are you doing here?
The Mages Guild are all gathering in the sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time since we've all been summoned together like this.
When was the last time the Mages Guild met together like this?
The last time was the only time. It was the founding of the Mages Guild itself. Before that, we were divided into factions, gathering with other mages who shared our sense and sensibilities.
Jane Goblin Austen. Yeah, I'm a reader.
Let me consult the cards. Ah, the cloud of smoke. In all honesty, it doesn't really matter what happens to this guy. He's just around to give us some backstory and lore. He's as inconsequential as a leaf on the wind.
Okay, thanks, Malcolm.
What? What is that?
Thank you?
Is it a good thing? Nobody's ever said that at me before.
Yes, it's good. Thank you.
Thank you! Jessica?
Goodbye, Martin.
Thanks, Lil. I better get to the Mages Guild. But first, I may stop by the Twisted Sister and grab some grub. Man, have I got a case of the munchies. Rock on, little buddy!
Yeah. Love when Echo stops by. Oh, hi. Oh, hello.
Whoa! Stand down, Peaches. It's all right. I'm here for the draft. Well, me and Peaches.
You can communicate with...
Peaches? Uh-huh. She's really good at taking direction. Sometimes. I'm still getting the hang of it.
That is so awesome!
Yeah, you get used to it. It comes with the territory when you're a dragon rider.
Oh my god! Can I be you?
Yes. No questions asked. No further questions asked.
Alright, kid. I think you'll be a welcome addition to the Sprawl's forces.
Really?
Absolutely. It's something about your character, your moxie, your...
Dragon.
giant intimidating dragon.
That I control with my little tin whistle.
Have fun in the war.
Attention! Second Lieutenant Wilbur Caboose Orville, reporting for duty.
Caboose.
Are you talking to me?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I have come from the training grounds at the GLA with the finest triplane that Goblin Engineering has to offer, and I am reporting for duty to join Her Majesty's Royal Air Force.
Just to be sure.
I was born to fly. My parents even named me for it. Wilbur Orville, after the two goblin inventors of the very first aeroplane. But it was the day I got my call sign at Top Cannon Academy that I was positive that this was the life for me. Of course, caboose wouldn't have been my first choice, but as you can see, I do have a rather juicy posterior, if I do say so myself.
Yeah? Come on in. I don't see how this could backfire.
Alright, Second Lieutenant. Head in and report for duty.
And with that, I make for the skies. Tonight, look to the horizon. If you see a large flash followed by a giant boom, you'll know I've hit an inside the park home run. Ha ha ha! Wink.
Sweet Lord, what have I done? Go for Lil.
Lil, Chuck here. I need you to get your butt down to the Goblin Liberation Army headquarters as soon as you can.
What's up, Chuck?
My wife, the princess, queen, still not used to that. She has me deploying various non-human agents, groups, and creatures to help with the war effort. And we've discovered a mole. Like a mole, not like a mole person. Well, I guess it could be a mole person. We're really not sure at this point. Can you come down to the GLA headquarters and help me sort this out?
I certainly can.
I'll be there as soon as I'm done my shift.
Thanks, Lil. I'm sure you can help us identify the traitor in our midst.
Yep, sounds like something I'd be expected to do.
Heck yeah. Okay.
Lil, thanks for coming. Are you ready to help us whack-a-mole?
What's the scoop so far?
Yesterday, we captured an enemy spy who confessed that they were meeting with their informant, who is part of the GLA. But before we could get a name out of them, the spy chomped down on a poisoned tooth. We've gathered 6 suspects. One of them is definitely the traitor, but so far they're all sticking to their stories.
Couldn't you just get a mage to put a spell on them? Or better yet, I could go get some truth spray from the shed and be done with this in a flash.
Good thinking. But the guilty party could have built up a tolerance to truth sprays, or be in league with a corrupted wizard from the guild. Your deduction skills are the only method we can truly trust. Think you can help us out?
Well, I have done this once before, but it was a low-stakes situation with my little friends. I guess I'll see what I can figure out.
You can interact with each of them twice. They'll just repeat their stories after that. See if you can detect any inconsistencies about their whereabouts last night, and catch them at a lie.
Jesus. I can interact with each of them twice?
Listen, I know everyone's gonna think it was me because I'm a literal mole. But last night I was at a bar in Little Ogre Town watching the Goblin Ball game, I swear. I never miss a game, even when they're out of town like they were last night.
There wasn't one last night, though. I think. No, wait, there was.
Last night, I was here with Chuck organizing flyers for the war rally. You can ask him yourself, but if you're looking for a mole, look to my left. They're literally a mole. What more could you ask for?
I was at a friend's house. A friend who was out of town. I was at their house while they were out of town. They asked me to water their plants while they were out of town. It's the truth.
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right. Have you ever met a troll you liked or even trusted? Something seems fishy about his story, if you ask me.
I was quietly meditating in my chambers last eve. The degrading acts of skulking in shadows you're picturing are obviously more in line with a creature half the honor of an elf. Someone like a halfling, perhaps?
Last night I was attending my sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's birthday party. It was quiet down by the Goblin Bowl arena, with it being an away game and all, so I didn't see anyone on my way home. I don't know why anyone would suspect me. I have a leftover apple tart in my freezer to prove it.
You were at the Goblin Ball game. You're stating it was quiet.
Chuck will vouch for me. I was here. I've got Brawler Seasons tickets, so some nights I'm at the arena, but last night they were playing out of town. As to who the traitor is, I don't know what else to tell you. Don't overthink it. They're a freaking mole person. You're looking for a mole! Come on!
I honestly have no idea who the traitor is, but all I know is that it's not me. Ask anyone who works at the bar in Little Ogre Town. They'll remember me. I'm a really bad tipper.
It was... All right, fine, you caught me. I didn't go to a friend's house to water their plants. I was out on a date with a human I met last week. Guess I still feel weird talking about it, but the date went great.
I told you, I was at the Goblin Ball Arena last night. I live around the corner from the stadium, so after the match I went straight home, no funny business. I'd ask that elf. Hard to trust those uptight, pointy-eared snabs.
They're half the size, therefore they're half as trustworthy. Stop wasting everyone's time, and accuse that suspicious-looking halfling already.
Fine, I'll confess. I don't actually have any leftover apple tart in my freezer because I ate it on the way home. My sister-in-law's cousin's nephew's mother is a professional cook and I couldn't resist. You should lock her up for the crime of making irresistible desserts.
So, Lil, who is it? Who is the traitor?
I'm not sure. Give me a sec.
I know where I was last night. I was at the big game happening downtown, but I'm more concerned about the big guy to my right. Have you ever...
Away game, huh?
So, Lil, who is...
I think it was... the Cyclops.
What? Why me?
Because you claimed you went to the Goblin Ball match last night, but the Brawlers played an away game. You're clearly lying.
Very clever, little girl, but it's no matter. You and your kingdom will burn, and out of the ashes a new glorious nation shall be born.
Take them away, Carl.
Good work, Lil. We couldn't have done it without you. We'll make sure they're properly punished for their crimes.
Oh, just one more thing before I go.
Yes?
I got nothing. I just always wanted to say that.
Can I go gambling now? The boring ditch with chairs as washrooms. Hey, Fredo.
Excuse me, ma'am. Do you have time to answer a few questions today?
I might.
Sure, why not?
Well, that's just great. Brace yourself for some pole zazz. That's a pole, but... As you can see, the Sprawl Brawlers mascot is an anthropomorphized version of the Great Sprawl Tree, raising an angry fist at its opponents. When you think of an ideal Goblin Ball mascot, it should be... Okay, great! And when you picture an animal that embodies the spirit of the Brawlers, you picture a...
blobfish!
That's great! Thank you for your time. Please accept this decorative crystal as a token of our thanks.
Decorative crystal, uh-huh. Alright, Miss Abernathy. Yo.
Buns, 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 buns!
Oh god, not again.
That thing's gonna be everywhere.
Oh boy. Well, I got a team together somehow. I didn't get to give him any of the secret sauce, so I've just got to cross my fingers here.
Is there someone hiding behind that tree?
It's me, Fredo. Here to facilitate all of your illegal gambling needs.
I thought you were banned.
I was, but I figure I can run faster than that ogre they've got running security. So it's a gamble I'm willing to take. Speaking of gambling...
You have a problem, sir.
Here are the teams at play, kiddo. Which one do you want to hear about? This team is made up of extremely elderly former Goblin Ball superstars. Their fundamentals are unmatched, but most of them are quite hard of hearing, can't hear the captain call plays, and it gets a little, shall we say, chaotic out there. Their star frontman on the tube slide is one to watch, because he tends to wander off and we don't want him to get lost. How much are you looking to gamble?
You give me a good 50. Yeah.
All right, kid. Your bet is in. Good luck.
I just hope my
Let's
insider
watch some
information
Goblin
pays off.
I don't know if I can really call what we've seen today Goblin Ball. Whoever rustled this motley crew of Sprawl men, women, and creatures should be slapped in the mouth. Not to mention the Barranquilla Barracudas. Their star frontsman on the tube slide is playing like he had a stroke. What? What's that? I've just been alerted that the Barracuda's star frontsman on the tube slide has suffered a massive stroke. I feel terrible. Now, back to our live coverage. Although these new brawlers have struggled valiantly, the Barracudas have a slight lead. Their only chance is the final triple hopscotch. Number 12 heads into the straightaway, hops, and oh, that's too bad. They only manage the double hopscotch, and the Sprawl Brawlers lose to the Barranquilla Barracudas. Well, isn't that just a kick in the teeth?
Lucky guess, kid. Come back next time for all your illegal gambling needs. Just ask for Fredo.
Just ask for Fredo. And if our dad did his job, he too would be able to make easy bets like this all the time.
Lil, how are you holding up?
Not too many game overs today, Garbs.
I'm not really sure what that means, but maybe I've got something for it.
Fine. One bullwhip.
Oh, hi, Lil. Back home after a long day's work?
You know it.
What a laugh. You, a working stiff.
It's a riot. Hey, Arda, you got a pen and paper? I want to send my dad another letter.
Oh, sure. Here you go.
This time, I really want to cheer Dad up. What kind of joke should I tell him?
That's right, dirty joke. Right, good joke.
That should put a smile on his face. Thanks, Arda. Can you send it for me?
My pleasure. I know how much your dad loves to hear from you.
The Mages Guild is gathering in the Sprawl to discuss our place in the war efforts. Been a long time.
This all sounds like none of my beeswax.
We'll see. It may well be your beeswax after all.
Yeah, that's true. Oh.
Oh, this is so weird, being out with you. Anybody could see.
Aw, honey. It's what's on the inside that matters. I'm not embarrassed to be seen with you.
Embarrassed to be seen with me? I'm worried someone's going to see me with a human and tell my mother.
Oh, brother.
Him too.
I'm sorry for you.
Baby, relax.
Ah, you're right. You do look pretty tonight.
That's more like it.
Garby's kicking it jam.
I think I've done it.
Let's go! Hell yeah. For delivered his message to the palace and defected for the Sprawl to live out his days manning a shop that repaired bulges and any other brass bugles and any brass instruments that required a pursed embroach. He couldn't be happier in his new adopted home. The Queen was able to use the top-secret battle plan to shore up the Sprawl's defenses, which made a huge difference, at least for a few days. Having been denied entry to the Sprawl, the Catering Corp rep went back to corporate headquarters with a surplus of the food supplement bar known as Soylent Beige. While the Catering Corp execs weren't pleased by the loss of this contract, they also weren't surprised. Soylent Beige hadn't been selling like it used to, not since the FDA made it mandatory to display the ingredients list on all packaging. Was it the artificial flavor and coloring, the MSG? No, it was the main ingredient. Human flesh. Catering Corp would have to deploy their best marketing wizard to spin a new angle on this. When word reached Lieutenant Stryker that her recruits were being drafted into the Sprawl Brawlers for an illegal game, she hit the roof. When her guardsmen turned ball players were questioned, they named Albert St. Lush as the ringleader. After a recorded breakingly brief trial, record-breakingly brief trial in which the defendant attempted to bribe the judge, the lead prosecutor, half the jury, and the court stenographer, Albert St. Lush was found guilty of conspiring to weaken the Sprawl's wartime defenses with an illegal goblin ball match. In prison, Albert was confronted by a former player who was busted on steroid charges and was pummeled to death to the great amusement of the other prisoners. Echo arrived at the guild hall just in time to speak out against Tyronius and his plan to demand greatly increased powers for the mages from the Queen. Echo successfully argued that the guild should use its power to support the city council and guard corp and help the people the war was hurting instead. Due to Echo's timely intervention, Tyronius did not get the 2/3 majority vote that he needed. His followers loudly insisted the election was stolen, and Tyronius vowed to use his own power to stop this war by any means necessary. His people formed a radical group that dubbed itself the Freedom Caucus. Oh no! And they soon vacated the guild hall in a huff. Echo breathed a sigh of relief and a job well done. He took a trip to his favorite haunt, the Sprawl's premier bowling alley, Pinheads. It was a pretty righteous way to end the day. Correctly identified as being the traitor, the guilty Cyclops was loaded into a catapult and flung at a brick wall the next morning. There was much rejoicing. The Sprawl and its secrets were now safe thanks to your masterful detective work. How am I losing? The dawn sun rose. It was clear that the Sprawl had lost. The airborne defenses scattered. There was now no way to protect themselves from attacks coming from above. The people of the Sprawl watched helplessly as the enemy wrote a message in the sky. Surrender, Lil. Surrender, Lil. Most people thought the message must be a typo, but its looming presence has had a severe impact on the city's morale. With his hopes of participating in the battle dash, Professor fog hid in the countryside for 79 days. He emerged and fooled his chums at the Royal Academy Club into thinking that he had, in fact, sailed around the world in record-breaking time. To sum up, he hid in a barn, managed to bamboozle his fellow academics, and received a free beer for his effort. The little Primaris Dragon Rider tried to command her Dragon Peaches with just her tin whistle, had a rough go of things. Peaches couldn't hear the whistle above the roar of battle becoming distorted, and in a panic fled combat and took them home. Ah, that's the issue. Her father was mortified when he realized he had failed to equip them with his trusty bullwhip. He resolved right then and there to never leave her in charge again, and he swore off going down to the pub to bet a goblin ball for good. While sitting on the runway at the Sprawl airfield, the inside the park home run bomb sitting in the Green Baron's hold accidentally detonated. It destroyed the entire airfield and a nearby park. Living up to its horrible name, a plaque was later affixed to the park bench commemorating this utterly stupid, completely avoidable tragedy.
Had to have been one of the more exciting games of Goblin Ball I've ever seen. Who'd have thought that the Brawlers and the Barranquilla Barracudas could have come together so last minute and put on a game like that? Rhonda, did you see the Brawlers' new mascot? You mean that powerful dragon-looking thing? Yes, that's the one. I like it. I hate it. Well, there we are, split again, and on our most sacred national holiday, St. Swithin's Day. Perfect segue, Rhonda. Happy St. Swithin's Day to all our listeners. Just a reminder, many stores and services will be closed today.
Okay.
Huh. I guess there's no letter from Dad today because of the holiday. I hope he's doing okay.
Oh, the rats are back.
Come on, give it back already. Stop saying that.
All right, break it up, you two.
Lil, what are you doing here?
I live here. What are you doing here?
I work here. I got a job getting rid of the rats.
There's a lot of rats in here, Lamont.
I'm not very good at it. These rats are pretty smart. This one stole a crystal that I found. No, I found it. Ugh. Lil, can you talk to him or something?
Hey, rat. Meow.
That it is not only embarrassed for you, but for all humans in existence. It moves, revealing a mage green crystal.
Hey, he gave it back. Thanks, Lil. Now, shoo, get out of here.
Okay, jeez. I have to go to work anyways.
No, not you. The rat. Can you tell Isla and Simon that I won't be able to meet up with them? I have to clear all these rats before this place opens tonight. You might as well take this crystal.
Heck yeah.
I don't need luck. I need a foolproof way to get rid of these rats.
Dear Princess Note, Garby's Emporium of Wonder will be closed in honor of St. Within's Day. Please feel free to take your business to some other establishment in town. Oh wait, there isn't one. I'm the only shop you got. I have you people in a capitalist chokehold. Store will be open tomorrow at 9 a.m. P.S. If this is Lil, I saw your hooligan friends when I wrote this note, and they've got a shift's worth of crystals. If you can track them down. Thanks, Garby.
I was supposed to meet her at Councilwoman Asher's office. I was supposed to meet him down by the docks. I don't need luck.
Councilwoman... Oh. Well, you click too far on the screen because you're too lazy to set up. Okay. So, Doc's Councilwoman Ash's office.
Lil? How unexpected.
I could say the same about you. What are you doing in Ash's office?
I'm volunteering as her unpaid intern. My mom said this will fast track me to get into the Youth Politician Training Program for Two-Faced Cutthroats and Liars, or the YPTPT-FCL. She says it'll help build character.
Yikes. I'm here because I'm supposed to tell you that Lamont won't be able to meet up later. He's, stuck at the office.
Oh, that hardworking lug. He'll be the perfect trophy husband for me. He's so distractingly handsome that it'll both impress and intimidate my opponents.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do to help you with that.
Now that you mention it.
Oh, crap.
The YPTPT-FCL does have an entrance exam that I could use your help with. And I've got something from Garby if you do.
Okay, what do I have to do?
There are a couple of questions about current and historical affairs that I still need to answer. Here we go. What was the name of the late King Oswin's father?
Oswinus? I don't remember.
Okay, question 2. What is the current name of the Goblin Ball Stadium?
Oh. The boring ditch with chairs that has washrooms.
Great. Question 3. The Crown Prince of Petrard, Phineas Pomp, is the son of...
Fuck. Phineas and Queen Buttermilk.
And last one. Mega rock superstar Vlad Extreme plays what kind of instrument?
Pretty sure it's a lute.
Actually, looking over all these questions, I'm pretty sure all these answers are right. I'm a shoo-in for acceptance now. Here, Garby actually gave me 2 of these.
Fuck yeah! Alright, down to the docks. Oh. And before we get going, please don't. Perfect. We will, in fact, wait for these ads to pass, and we'll be right back. Okay. So, we're back. Sounds of a large family starting their day can be heard from the top of the tent. Hello there, friend.
Hello there, Lil.
Seamus McGoblin, what brings you and your family to the docks?
Oh, we live here now. Things got a bit tight after the war started, so we had to relocate. It's not the prettiest or safest place to live.
But...
No, but this place is awful.
Well, at least you're all together, right?
Oh, not so. One of our boys, teeny Tom McGoblin, was lagging behind when we fled, so we had to hurry along without him. He should be arriving in the sprawl any day now. If you're working the gate, would you mind not giving him too much trouble and let him in?
Of course, Mr. McGoblin.
Aye.
Oh, thanks, Lil. You're one of the good ones.
Step right up, folks, and take your turn at being a winner. Find the queen and uncover a royal prize. How about you, young lady? Care to be a winner?
Simon, it's me, Lil. Lamont says he's stuck at work and won't be able to meet up with you.
Hey, Uncle Fredo, she's made me. What do I do?
Just play it cool and act like you've never seen her before.
Sorry, ma'am, who I'm gonna act like I've never seen before. Would you care to play a game that's almost guaranteed to make you a...
Are you trying to con me, Simon?
Uncle Fredo?
Never admit you're running a con.
I've got something from Garby for you, but I can't just give them to you. You'll have to play for them.
Alright, what's the hustle?
It's not a scam at all, ma'am. All you need to do is find the queen. She's one of the 3 cards you see in front of you. Just keep your eye on the prize. Where's the queen? Congratulations! You found the queen, you won the jackpot.
You're making it too easy.
Since I'm stuck here, could you be a pal and make sure Isla knows about Lamont not showing up? She's gonna be crushed.
And he's here.
Mr. Fantastico! I haven't seen you around for a bit.
My journey for the most fantastic hat took me to the countryside, where I was drafted into the war.
Oh no!
Well, that sucks. But you're back now. Does that mean my dad is back too?
Unfortunately, your father remains at the front lines. I, however, got sent home for wearing too many fantastic hats. Apparently, it was alerting the enemy to our presence.
Well, I'm happy you're home, and that you got to try on some fantastic hats.
But they were not fantastic enough. My journey, it continues. Also, your father gave me this letter to give to you.
A letter from Dad.
Dear Lil, thanks for your last letter. I really enjoyed reading it, especially that joke you told. I told it to a couple of guys, who told it to a couple of other guys, who then told it to the captain herself. And they all agreed I wouldn't be allowed to tell jokes anymore. I hope everyone at home is doing well. I forgot that before I left for the war, I owed my bookies some money. I put 30 gold in this envelope so you can pay him back for me. His name is Fredo.
Already taken care of.
This war is tough, but they say there will be a ceasefire on St. Swithin's Day, so that's something to look forward to. But what's really keeping me going through the darkest moments is the thought of getting back to you. I love you, Lil. Please write back soon. Love, Dad.
I better write back to him. Hey, Mr. Capello, do you have a pen and paper on you? Fantastic or otherwise?
Of course, child.
Dad got a little mushy at the end of that last one. How should I respond?
Your choices will have effect on the sprawl. Of course they will.
Hey, Mr. Capello, do you think you could mail this letter for me, fantastically or otherwise?
Of course, child. I will search for a stamp for your letter that is so fantastic that it stops the postman in his tracks and makes him cry to the heavens, "Wow! Now that is one fantastic stamp!"
Or, you know, whatever's the cheapest.
I agree. Monkey Island! You don't need literally point... Oh my gosh. Point to your influences. Oh fuck, that's hilarious. I am gonna go to the dig site, see if, what's-her-face is there.
Lil, it's good that you're here. Wait, tell me, are we having this conversation for the first time? Second? Are we stuck in a loop?
We are not stuck in a time loop. I don't mess with the chronometer after hours. I'm frightened enough of being sent back in time or forward in space or whatever, you know, using it at the guard shed.
I'm glad to hear it. The readings I've been receiving from the device have been outside of my comfort zone. Not to mention the fact that those mages seem hell-bent on manufacturing another one.
What is with those mages? It seems like for every lovable stoner like Echo, there's 3 spooks like Tyronius these days.
That's an extremely perceptive observation. You're working the night shift again tonight, correct? I'd like to requisition an upgrade for one of your tools. Which one would you like me to upgrade?
Ooh.
It is done.
Gee, thanks. That's awesome.
I just hope it's not too little too late considering what we're up against.
What does that mean?
Just stay focused on the task at hand. That's all any of us can do.
That's still pretty vague.
I'm just trying to get us through this in one piece.
Fine, don't tell me.
I agree.
Goodbye, Lil.
Goodbye, Dr. B.
Alright. To the guard shed. Or... yeah, let's make sure she knows. I visited her first, but...
Thanks, Lil. If you see that hunk of a lug, Lamont, put...
All right there, Isla.
We're just, let's go see what Malcolm's office has. Maybe he'll be there and we can get him to break ranks. Okay. Alright, let's go start our shift. Ah, yes. Forest entities. Ghosts. No such thing. Lycanthropes. Is our split on whether this affliction is magical or medical. The curse is afflicted person suffers an attack or bite and come the first full moon transforms into a half-man, half-beast killing machine. In most cases, the individual remains blissfully unaware of the transformation, but in some cases, they know and desperately seek asylum to save their loved ones from their dark passenger. Mole people! They're not monsters! Some sect of human and elves carved out a life lived underground. The evolutionary branch began to change to accommodate their new existence. They became smaller, relying more heavily on their sense of smell and hearing than their soon undeveloped eyesight. In addition, their hands and fingers became more claw-like because of the digging. While considered disfigured and even monstrous by some, people do not persecute the mole people. They are not to be punted. After all, without mole person labor and digging know-how, the Sprawl wouldn't enjoy the world's greatest sewer system. Yep. Vampires, witches, zombies. Okay.
Why, hello,
there.
my dear. I'm just coming home from a long night tending the apple orchards. It's almost harvest season, and it couldn't come at a better time with the food shortage. Will you let me pass? With all of these candies wrapped in foil, I can fatten up the children of the Sprawl. Then, with these delicious magical apples, I'll put the fat little piggies to sleep and bake them into delicious pies.
That's witches, right? Possible encounter which, well, on... It is possible to encounter which will go to. There are tests that can be done to whether they are or not a witch. For example, if the suspect which weighs the same as a duck, it confirms they are made of wood and therefore a witch. Practical terms, witches are not so different from regular folk, however, beware ulterior motives. They often have a plan on the go, and their moral compasses have the tendency to be, well, differently calibrated. Jail.
I'll get you, my pretty, and your little dog, too.
What?
I don't have a dog.
Don't you?
No.
Oh, well then I guess I'll just have to make you one.
Oh, of course. Transformed to a small terrier, you were unable to continue your work as the castle guardsman.
Why, hello, mate. It's almost hot. With the But my plans! My glorious, glorious plans! And my delicious pie!
You'll just have to take it somewhere else, sister.
All right, but before I go, I'll share a secret with you. This is no ordinary apple. It's a magic wishing apple.
Wishing apple?
Yes, one bite and all your wishes come true. Would you like to take it?
Sure, give me the apple.
All right, dear, but don't eat it until you...
Oh no.
Huh? Oh dear. Night-night, my darling.
Gotta get every game over in this one instance.
Why?
At least I'm consistent.
Wishing apple?
Yeah.
No thanks. I've got this thing about taking food from strangers.
What a clever little girl you are.
There we go. Meat pies made out of kids. What? Well, that's a Kinder Surprise. I hate it. You figured out her dastardly plan and did the right thing. I'm pretty sure I'd game over if I didn't. I think the only other way to lose there.
It is the same little guardsman who admitted Scary Tree Monster in our previous encounter. I am here today to attend a meeting at your puny and horribly decorated city hall.
How are you doing, Tree Monster?
I was successful in my bid to represent the constituents of Darkwood Forest on the outskirts of Caladar. You are now looking at me, Scary Tree Monster. I ran unopposed and threatened to stomp and thwomp any who entered the race against me. It was a landslide.
No wonder you ran unopposed. I wouldn't want to get stomped and or thwomped either.
Smart kid.
Come on in, Mayor Scary Tree Monster.
Mayor Scary Tree Monster humbly accepts entry into the sprawl.
Oh well, that's very nice to hear.
To stomp and thwomp any who oppose his demands.
You admitted the former terrifying tree creature turned public servant. Good call. Otherwise, you would have been stomped and thwomped. Oh no. Zombies. look, the only zombies we have around here are old-timey, slow-moving ones. Thank God. Treat them like sheep. Herd them around where you need them. They are relatively harmless.
They're wandering off. Bye, zombies!
That worked! They're harmless, but on average, you did the right thing. Mole person!
Oh, hi. You must be Lil. I was told to come to these gates so that I could be looked after by you. I'll be heading in now unless you need something else from me.
So, who told you to come see me?
Aw, geez. It's kind of a top secret project I'm working on. I don't think I should say much more about it. It's on the up and up, but I'm afraid it's also pretty hush-hush.
Top secret? Whoa! And they sent you straight to me, eh? Yep, that sounds about right. I'm kind of the best guardsman on the force these days.
That's not what I was told.
What were you told?
I was told that you were trustworthy if a bit... Well, that's not important. I was told you were trustworthy.
You know what? Trustworthy it is. You get it.
I'll be off to take care of this top secret assignment. Thanks, kid. I knew I was right to come to your gate.
You let in this specialist equipped with his tools. There was more to his plan, but it was top secret after all. Oh.
Hello. Holy hell! You are actually a nightmare come to life.
Is it the belt?
What? No.
Is it the knife and the hockey mask?
And the knife glove. Yes.
Are you sure it's not the belt? Because I have a big job interview today, and I don't want anything to ruin it.
It's not the belt.
That night I died in the woods, a demonic spirit of vengeance possessed my shattered heart and brought my twisted corpse back to life. Now I am cursed to wander the campgrounds of Lake Scream and Die at night until I have slaughtered every last person who had a hand in my death. I just hope I can make it through the job's 90-day probation period.
You go get that job interview.
You are free to enter. I'd wish you luck on the interview, but the people I probably should be wishing luck to are your soon-to-be victims.
Yeah, they don't stand a chance.
Have fun!
Sorry, I forgot I cut your phone line and didn't fix it. I hate to leave you vulnerable.
That's very considerate of you, Stab.
Was there a way you could have saved them? Fine.
Hello.
Holy. What?
Is it?
Is.
The phone lines, they don't work. It looks like the wire was cut.
Yeah, you caught me. It's a thing I do to make sure the people I want to kill can't call for help.
But you don't want to kill me, right?
Depends on if you let me in or not. Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Ha ha.
Am I gonna have to take the 1 star here?
Yep, there's your problem right there. Looks like you got a demonic hex on your heart. Gonna be hard to get rid of that bugger. Seems to be written in a different language, so we're gonna need foreign parts to fix her.
Oh, I don't want it removed. It gives me the unnatural strength and endless stamina I need to hunt down camp counselors in the woods at night.
Luckily, I don't care.
Did you just decode the hex on my heart without asking me?
Oh, I guess I did. I'm sorry.
That's a little presumptuous.
I don't have to read it if you don't want me to.
No, go ahead. I'm curious what it says myself.
It translates to, if this hex is read out loud, the cursed shall return to whence they came.
Wait, on second thought, no!
Ooh.
Eternal? Ubi Infernum Sum.
Hey, I remember you. How have things been?
Oh!
Well, this has been one for the books.
You exorcised the demon inhabiting this undead serial killer. Bravo!
We got a call there may or may not be something strange going on in your general vicinity.
Who are you now?
Ghost Finders.
I got that. Oh, and you both?
Ghost finders? So what, you find ghosts?
That's right.
People call us when they suspect some paranormal activities. We come in and we find out what's what.
Uh-huh, ghost finders, eh? So what do you do when you find these ghosts?
Well, it's tough to say. Technically speaking, we haven't found one yet.
But we sure have come pretty darn close.
Come on, man, you're full of shit.
Whoa, where did a nice kid like you hear language like that?
My dad. That's what he says about the Goblin Ball referees.
Oh, fantastic! Send them to the dungeon at once.
You called for these guys?
What? No, of course not. But we have a lot of ghosts kicking around down here, and I'd love to get a good look at one.
I've always been told that ghosts don't exist.
What? Of course they do. Ghosts are figments of overactive imaginations, like mine. Tell you what, there's $20 in it for you if you send the ghost finders down here.
You mean send them to jail?
I always do, baby.
You know what? I'm in on it. Jail him.
I guess we'll have to take our equipment to the jail and see if we can find any ghosts there. And remember, kid, if there's something strange and it don't look good,
just go already.
Ghost Finders.
Ghosts definitely don't exist, 99.9% positive, but you should head down to Malcolm's office to be extra sure. Location unlocked. Vampire guy.
It is imperative that you invite me in. The sun is coming up. Oh, well, that was easy.
Woohoo! Due to your good job performance, you paid 20 gold for the shift. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And he wasn't part of that shift. Okay. Malcolm's office. Those idiots claiming to be ghost finders actually found a ghost, but don't worry, I've locked it in my office. Ghosts can't move through doors, right? Please find your 20 gold taped to the back of this note. Thanks. Oh. Oh.
My hour is almost come.
Alas, poor ghost.
Pity me not, but lend thy serious hearing, revenge my foul and most unnatural murder.
Murder? Who done it?
That villainous mage Tyronius Athanatos.
How?
With juice of cursed Hebenon in a vial, and in the porches of mine ears did pour the leprous distilment.
He poured poison in your ear? That's a really weird way to kill someone.
Remember me!
Whoa, I knew that Tyronius was no good, but this is another level.
Ghost finders.
Greetings, Your Majesty. Chuck.
Hi, Lil. Sorry to bother you so late, but Desdemona has something to discuss with you.
What's the story with the new bling?
It was a gift from Tyronius on behalf of the Mages Guild to keep me safe.
Tyronius has been giving me big bad guy energy since level 1. I would ditch that amulet immediately.
That is for me to decide. Lil, I have something I need to tell you.
Desi, I know we talked about this, but are you sure? Lil's done a lot for us.
I am not having this conversation again. It is entirely inappropriate what you've been put through. That is why tomorrow will be your last guard shift.
But we're at war. I've been doing a good job, I think. I feel like in lots of little ways I've been, I don't know, changing the course of fate.
Desi, sure, she's a kid.
And no, it's probably not fair, but she's proven she's more than meets the eye plenty of times. You were the reason I asked her to uncover the spy in the GLA.
True as that may be, it's time she was relieved of her duty.
Where is all of this coming from? I thought we were, friends.
Friends? With you? Someone who has been acting in her own self-interest against the crown? Tyronius has told me the true nature of your character.
Tyronius? He's nuts, and he gives off real main villain energy. Why would you believe anything that creepy ghoul factory has to say?
Because he has accepted the role as my advisor.
He's your fourth advisor?
Fourth, and perhaps only, if the other three remain so utterly useless.
You're gonna fire Stryker? I mean, I get Shit Cannon Ash and Malcolm, but don't you think it's better to, have multiple opinions when it comes to big decisions?
Not anymore. And neither does Tyronius. He also thinks it is time for this little game to be over.
These don't sound like your words.
She's right, honey. They don't.
Listen to me. I have made my decision. Tomorrow will be your final shift. We will not suffer those who speak against the Queen of the Sprawl.
Desdemona, listen to yourself.
I will not be spoken to like that by a filthy... I'm sorry. I'm under so much pressure. I need to lie down. I don't feel quite like myself right now. Lil, I'm sorry, but it's almost time for the end. Chuck, take me home.
This doesn't make any sense. I have worked my ass off for you and the Bloody Sprawl, not to mention the idiot triplet advisors, and now you're following that Tyronius asshole's advice? Fine, I quit.
You can't quit. You were already relieved of duty.
This sucks.
I'm sorry, Lil. I'll try to talk to her. Good night.
Will have boiled Brunhild the morally questionables, to say the least, planned to fatten the children of the Sprawl with candy and then bake them into pies. The witch left in a huff. She took a hard look at her scheme and really thought about why people were so often disgusted at the idea of eating pies made out of children. So she pivoted and created a line of vegan apple pies. After months of tweaking her recipe to perfection, she baked some of the most incredible pies you've ever tasted. She made the cover of the Sprawl Tabloid newspaper, was declared best new restaurant, and there was much rejoicing. Mayor Scary Tree Monster arrived at the Sprawl City Hall just as the other councilors were voting on a controversial new bill. A bill that included, among things, plans to cut down Darkwood Forest on the outskirts of Kaladar. There was no way Mayor Scary Tree Monster was going to let them cut down his home. He immediately halted the vote and commenced with what witnesses called the most drawn-out and confusing filibuster speech they had ever heard. Sure, Mayor Scary Tree Monster didn't speak as slowly as some of his cousins, but he knew how to take his time, and when he needed to, the filibuster worked. The vote was rejected, and the bill did not pass. This was the highlight of Mayor Scary Tree Monster's political career. Excuse me. No longer would the denizens of the forest need to worry about the use Darkwood Forest lumber to build orphanages for sick and injured children separated from their parents by the war and help them get their parents back, Bill. Not anymore. And the zombie horde meandered away from the Sprawl. One of the undead amblers strayed from the pack. The zombie found himself wandering into a party at a beach house on the crystal shores of Lake Inns. Amazingly, he was the former owner of the house and was luckily was quickly recognized by two of his former employees at the party. They knew that guests would be alarmed at seeing their former friend in his current zombified form, so they came up with the harebrained scheme to pretend that he wasn't a zombie and began to move him from room to room, waving and nodding him at all the unsuspecting party guests. Unfortunately, since he was a zombie and not just a corpse, with this whimsical reenactment of the movie Weekend at Bernie's took a dark turn. The zombie immediately bit his two former employees, turned them both into brain-hungry monsters. The three spent the remainder of the party biting and turning the other guests. That zombie would have been the perfect host, except for one small thing. He was undead. With the arrival of Polly, they build a secret tunnel to get to supplies from the outside. Plan could officially get underway. The project was completed in record time, with team lead Polly attributing the plan's success to his trusty shovel. For the first time in months, substantial amounts of food made it into the sprawl. The coding the hex on Stabitha Greaves' heart exorcised the demon and freed her soul from its clutches. In death, she was finally at peace. Stabitha's former friends, the counselors from the outdoor wilderness camp at Lake Scream and Die, ended their summer contracts and went home. But they were plagued by the guilt they felt for their part in Stabitha's death. Could they really just go back home to their normal lives after what they had done? 1 year later, they met back up at Lake Scream and Die. They were all starting to crack under the weight of their secret. In fact, assistant head counselor Mitch Morrison suggested they all turn themselves in. He couldn't live with it anymore. He needed to tell the authorities what they had done last summer to assure his guilty conscience. But the others didn't like this plan. They knew they couldn't let Mitch confess to their crimes. They had to silence him. With 2 murders now on their hands, the group of camp counselors went their separate ways once again, assured that their secret was safe for now. The demon Lil had exorcised from Sabbatha found a perfect new home in Mitch Morrison, and the cycle continues. Of course, the Ghost Finders were never again able to replicate their trick of making the ghost of King Oswin appear, nor were they able to convince anyone that they had actually did it in the first place. As a result, the duo was forcibly committed to the Sisters of Charity Psychiatric Hospital for the differently minded and delusional. To be fair to the intake nurse at the hospital, the only witness the ghost finders could produce to their one act of actual ghost finding was the well-known and very psychotic court jester. Count Henry von Pyre's wedding started beautifully until the pesky Von Helsing showed up and killed the obvious vampire just before sunrise, which would have been the most romantic part of the ceremony. On the plus side, Myron Herkin was freed from the court's curse and control and eventually rekindled a romance with her old fling, Jonathan. They got married and had a son named Quincy. They were a very boring family. The Sprawl lost one of its best chiropractors that night. Rest in peace, Heinrich. You were too beautiful for this world.
And the already spread-thin guard force is calling it the worst night of, and I quote, creepy shit they've ever seen on St. Swithin's Day. And that's saying a lot. So if you see any of the few guards trying their darndest to keep things together inside our fair city walls, just go up and give them a hug, because Po Buddy's nerfect. I'm sorry, there appears to be a typo in that last statement. You're listening to The Morning Crawl, where we won't be playing any of today's top hit music because we will be keeping all frequencies clear in the event of an emergency broadcast. This is Dodger, signing off alone because all of my animal co-hosts were turned into food rations.
Hey, a letter arrived from Dad.
Dear Lil, I haven't received your last letter yet. I really could have used the pick-me-up. Things are getting really hectic here. Everyone is busy getting ready for the upcoming naval battle. Even though I don't have any training at all, I'm getting stationed on one of the attack boats on the front lines. But don't worry, I overheard the Admiral say that there may be a plan brewing to unleash a ferocious sea monster, if they can find one. But they'll have to make sure there aren't allies in the water when they do. So that sounds like a plan, right? I don't really know what's in store for me, but I'm doing my very best so I can get home, and we can finally get our lives back on the right track. Wish me luck. I think I'll need it this time. Love, Dad.
I guess all the fighting has disrupted the postal service? Oh, the humanity!
I agree.
I heard the news this is your last shift down here at the shed.
How'd you hear?
Cecil told me. He's actually been running interference for you behind the scenes this whole game. He wanted me to make sure you're all stocked up for your shift.
I have 10 crystals. I think I'm good on crystals, honestly. We'll upgrade X-ray machine and the metal detector.
Are you sure you've got everything you need? I've got a big walk to the east gate ahead of me.
Thanks for everything, Garby.
Okay. This message is for the guardsman Lil. Hi, Lil. They're letting me add something to the writ. Isn't that neat? I just wanted to let you know that the Cyclops was the mole, and that the GLA has been able to successfully do 5 missions without incident. Thanks to your help. Have a great last day. I'm sorry I couldn't convince Desi to keep you on longer. Chuck. Nobody left the door to the food reserves open last night, and the enchanted ice melted away. Looking at you, Randy. We'll need to restock with fresh, non-rotten food, so please be on the lookout for that. Middle Manager Mike Melroy. Randy's friends and colleagues, he is officially exiled from the sprawl. MMMM. We have confirmed once again that the previous battle was lost in large part due to the state of the drafted soldiers' equipment. It is your job to call into Diamond, see if there is any way to improve the state of the drafted soldiers before signing them up. Striker, we have put out a call for mercenaries to assist in our defenses. Sprawl treasury budget has been allocated for the initiative. Try not to overspend the Queen Desdemona's money. If you get the best bang for your buck, it will be reflected in your star ranking, Ash. As a result of the Sprawl's mummies and daddies being turned into cannon fodder, I'm seeing lots of vagrants, hooliganism from the feral and orphaned youths. Don't be taken in by their rosy cheeks and recently lost baby teeth smiles. Some of them are real stinkers, Malcolm. Okay. We will get all of this allocated. And then we're gonna end it here.
Oh, hi, it's me, Kelly. I remember you from the wedding. You didn't want Monty's soup. Can't blame you. If I didn't work there, I wouldn't want it either. I've got a wagon full of food for my boss to help with the whole people dying of starvation thing.
Okay. As I was saying, we're gonna hit this button. We're gonna hit this button. I'm gonna see everybody next time. Thanks for tuning in. It'll probably be the last time I stream this. Maybe. I think. Hopefully. Adios.